This is a continuation of the hip classes, and no, you don't need to have taken the last one to understand this one, but they don't really build on each other, but in a way they do because it's all hip stuff. Um, I think, not I think I know, but I always change what I do. This class is going to focus a little bit on abduction, which is opening your leg out to the side, and anything that has to do with adduction, which is closing your leg. So this is two of the important movements in our bodies. We are going to roll out our legs, our glutes. I know many of you have said that you don't have the props, but highly recommend getting these myofascial release balls. These are from Yoga Tune Up. They cost $15, and it's really a great asset to your practice. So let's start with just feeling um, abduction and adduction. I'm using an elastic band. Again, I know sometimes you'll just see props and you'll click on the next video, but I think if you don't have the prompts, buy them and then click on this video again because all this stuff is really cheap. So using the least stretchy, least the most stretchy band, I should say, and having my eyes closed because the sun. Oh, I can block the sun with my foot. Okay, so to do abduction, you're gonna hold, I'm using my right leg, you're gonna resist with your left arm and you're just gonna open out to the side a few times and just be like, okay, that's the strength of my outer leg. And even just doing this a few times feels good, right? So my arm is not moving and my foot is stretching away from my body. And maybe you do this anywhere from 5 to 7 times, just strengthening your outer glutes. So we'll do this first and then we'll release the glutes. Okay, so doing a few just to kind of wake up those muscles, and then swap sides. So to go in, you're gonna grab with your right arm and then you're gonna resist when the foot moves to the left. And I'm just doing this intuitively, but if your left knee drops in, it just kind of gets you to understand those inner thigh muscles. So you go in. This is super important for pelvic floor stuff. Super excited to start the pelvic floor series. There's just so many things I want to do. Great. Okay. And then just let's just stay on one side and let's just roll out that side. So you're gonna keep the balls in their little tote bag. You're gonna bend your knees and you're just gonna roll out one glute at a time. So you start from your sacrum, and this should feel pretty good. You just roll all the way to your outer glute and then you pull back to your sacrum. You want to make sure that you're using equal amount of pressure throughout or more. And when I say more, I don't mean like grind your glutes, but you do want to make sure that you are kind of rolling through your glutes. I shouldn't be recording a class at this time. I think I'm gonna roast by the end, but it's gonna be not a very long class. Okay, and just doing this a few more times. I'm just going, your sacrum is not very long, but you can bring the balls a little bit up, a little bit down. And if this is not clear, I will sit up in a second. You can keep doing it, but obviously you're going from sacrum to all the way to your outer glute. You can also do this against the wall if that's a little bit easier. And face away from the sun, and we'll do the other side. So loop your left foot. Let's do abduction first. So opening, grab with your right hand, resist with your right hand, and your foot pushes away. Keep your foot active, so it's not you're doing weird things with your ankle, but keep your toes pointed towards you and keep your ankle in neutral. Not to say that if you don't keep your ankle in neutral is bad, but you're going to be working other parts that maybe we'll do in the future. But for now, I just want everything straight and really just pure abduction, opening out to the side, feeling the muscles that are working. And if you feel it more in your leg and less on your glute, maybe it just means that your leg is a little bit stronger than your hips, and we want to encourage this hip to work. Other side, hold with your left foot, pull your left foot in across. Remember, if your lower knee wants to cross, and kind of squeeze those inner thigh muscles, your adductor muscles. This is called why it's called adduction, adduction, adductors, abduction, abduction, abductors. Okay. Once you've done a few of those, I'm kind of just doing. It's nice to just go explore one on either side. Okay, roll out your glutes. About a minute and a half here, starting from your sacrum, adding pressure, and notice how my hips are swaying to the right so that I can put pressure all the way to my outer left glute and then back to my sacrum. And as you roll, you feel into all these little areas that might feel a little bit tender. Remember, you are rolling along sciatic nerve land. So if it feels like it's tingly or changing sensation down to your foot, maybe choose a different spot. For a little bit is okay, but you don't need to do it until your leg is numb. And there's just some areas that maybe you just want to linger there and add pressure. Okay, so we're gonna do a little flow with adductors and abductors. There's tons of things that we can do, but I just want to keep it like 2-3 exercises. Okay, bring yourself up. Come to a tabletop position. Maybe just do a few, not even cat cow, but just like a figure 8 infinity symbol with your hips. And then maybe a few cat cows. Okay, so one of the most challenging exercises, for me at least, maybe it's easy for you, is just lifting the right leg back. Again, keep your ankle in neutral, so flex your toes. This kind of does go back to my other hip class, but I know you can't see my left hip, but don't let your left hip fall out to the side. So keep pushing your left knee down. Place a blanket underneath your left knee if you need support. And maybe here, let's just do, this is rotation, but let's just do it a little bit here. Open your hip out. Kind of like if you're familiar with half moon, this is your half moon. And then kind of close that hip. Just notice how your hip moves. This is healthy mobility for your hip. And then keeping your ankle active, just go ahead and bring your right leg out to the side. And that's already making my glute cramp up. So I'm gonna step it down, but we're gonna do that another time. So keep pressing your left knee down, squeeze your left butt cheek if you can. Then keeping everything in neutral, lift your right leg up and flex and squeeze your right butt cheek if you can. Great, and then take it back. We're just gonna do that a few times. I just got a cramp, so I just need to stop. And then cross your right knee behind you and then sit back. We're just gonna run through those movements and change things as we do it. So reach your right leg back. Let's just open up that hip again. Let's just close it. Bring into neutral and bring your right leg towards you and flex. 3, 2. See, the second time I'm already getting less crampy. Great, and then take it back. Cross. Sit. Okay. Inhale, take a cow in your crisscross. Exhale, take a cat. Have your toes tucked under. And bottom of the exhale, lift your legs and squeeze your legs together. Great. Okay, we change in a moment. Straighten out the right leg. Open up the right hip. Take it out. Push your left knee down. Squeeze your right butt cheek. Lift up. And then see if you can pulse 3 times. 3, 2, 1. Okay, you're going to step the right foot all the way through. Listen carefully. Your legs are hips width apart. That's going to change. So you're going to toe heel your right foot to the left. You're going to tuck the back toes, straighten your leg, and then step it to the right so your legs are crisscross. And you're going to lunge, and you're going to straighten any amount. You're going to lunge, and you're going to straighten any amount, and you should feel the top half of your thighs squeeze. So try to squeeze your thighs together. You're going to lunge, and you're gonna squeeze. I'm gonna face away from you, in a moment. I'll try to face you for the other side. You're going to turn towards the left side of your mat, and you're going to come to this. I am going to face you so that it's easier. You are in this position, like a modified, weird side plank with your right leg bent. And you can stay here if you're just working on your hips, but you're going to try to lift your right leg up and then hold it here for 5, 4, maybe step it down and lift it up again. 3, 2, 1. Great. Go ahead and face your mat again. Maybe lift back to your down dog. This is not necessarily a yoga class, so I'm not going through any flows, but if you want to do something along those lines, feel free. Great. Maybe bend your knees, take a cat cow. Okay, and we'll go to the other side. So straighten your left leg, keep your right hip nice and controlled. And this is a lot of work for hips, so if you need to take a break, again, it's not like a yoga class that we just need to keep flowing. If you need to take a break, stretch out a little bit, pause, and then when you're ready, to the other side. So press that right knee down, lift your left leg up. Good. Squeeze your right butt cheek, open your left hip. This is just to test mobility. Close. So this is a lot of, these kind of exercises, again, less flowy, more for like injury prevention or rehab from injury. Okay, the first one, I guarantee that my glute is gonna get cramped up. So bring it out to the side. Keep squeezing your right butt cheek. Don't let yourself fall to the right butt cheek. And I'm starting to get cramped up, so I'm gonna lower it down. Take a few nice breaths. Lift your left leg up. Great. Take it behind your left knee. Sit back, squeeze. Right, so this is stretching out those muscles that we just strengthened. Okay, back. Second one a little bit easier. Maybe if I face it, I don't even know if I'm doing it perfect, but if I face you, you can try to see that you're trying that your right hip doesn't fall out, right? So this is falling out. This, I don't feel anything on my left glute. I need to keep the right side nice and strong. Keep my left ankle neutral to bring the left leg out. Lift it a little bit higher. Try to see that I'm shaking. Great. And take it behind you. It's like, maybe I'm not the right person to teach this movement because my glutes are so weak. Okay, I think we did it slightly different on the other side, but on this side, we will lift to that crisscross down dog. Maybe straighten your left leg, maybe open your left hip. Close. Take it out. Squeeze your right butt cheek. Maybe pulse. And take it back. If you can do it longer, for sure, do it longer. I'm just not as strong as you, maybe. Have your toes tucked under. Straighten out your legs. Squeeze. No, we didn't do it on the other side, but if you want to come up to your tippy toes, bend your knees a little bit. Okay, and then last time, just a step forward, lift up. If you like the opening, closing, step it out. And step it forward. Whew. Do have my blocks with me on this side, so I'm just going to use them. Sorry, should have recommended this on the first side. And then lunge, and then start to toe heel your left foot to the right. Pick up your back knee, and then step it across. And then you can lunge. Yeah, blocks is much better. And then straighten and squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then lunge and straighten. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. When I say squeeze, I mean squeeze your inner thighs. Squeeze. Okay. I'm going to face away from you this time just so that you get the back view. Roll onto the inner edge of your left foot and bring your left knee halfway down. And then reach your right arm up. And you can either stay here because this is already working on inner right thigh, slightly on left inner thigh, but if you can, lift your left leg up and then hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and set it down. And let's just do it again. When you're ready, lift your left foot up. 5. You can do this. Let me see, I'll face you. Probably down as well. You can do this. So you can add a little bit of pressure down just to work this inner left thigh line. So I'll come back up again. So we're here. Woof. And release. And down dog. Just a stretch. Because the last class I'm recording at this time. It's too hot. Okay, 3 squats. Really well done. Open your horse stance, arms up, lower down. The key here is not just to sit down. When you come back up, you're really gonna push your feet down like you're trying to get rid of the floor underneath you and push to come up. Inhale, exhale, sit down. If you understand your pelvic floor muscles, as you exhale, push the floor away, squeeze your pelvic floor muscles and zip up. Last one, inhale. Exhale, push your feet down, pelvic floor, and stand up. Enjoy, and please subscribe.